This is a model of a Great Western Railway footbridge which covered the tracks, connected the platforms at Kingham Station on the old line up to Worcester, and also this is the never to be finished model that I've been making of Kingham Station, and indeed the whole of the route from Banbury down here to Gloucester down here to Bolton on the Water. And this was the line from Paddington up through to in the distance there towards eventually towards Worcester. And this bridge is one I made for myself a couple of years back, and I've never released, but now I am going to release it. It'll be available from mid-September 2019 on my website, and it's a static scenery model. If we go up to here, and you'll see it's under 4-track, and I've also done a 2-track version for so let's go to the far end of the platform here. This is obviously in Surveyor, so everything's all a bit skew. So there's the, as you can see, I've still got fence and things like that all wrong, but anyway, this is just to show you the footbridge, and this is the double track 2-platform version, and that will also be available at the same time. And I like these because they have that nice GWR finish in the ironwork there. They're the covered footbridges, very characteristic, and actually it's based on one from plans of one in, I forget now, South Wales somewhere. Okay, so that is going to be, those two are static scenery items, but I also I'm just going to go into Exit Surveyor, but not save it, and I'll just create a route, just a blank route, because also what I've done, there we are, is I've created a buildable version of the footbridge. And so here are the steps for the left hand side, and you can see the attachment points there, and we've got some steps for the right hand side over here. Now you do have to be careful when you're positioning these to make sure that you get the positions correct, so you're not got a snaking footbridge. I'll come back to that one in a moment. That's a center, and that's a low center, and then over here we've got a support. And then if we go into a spline, this is the footbridge spline, so this is the walkway. Now obviously that's rather long and unrealistic, but as you can see, if we come back to scenery, if I just position this, you've got quite a bit of flexibility there over the number of tracks, but obviously you don't want to make it too wide. If you do make it wide, because it's going over tracks and you've only got 2 platforms and you've got space, for example on the cut-off route, the joint Great Western Great Central route, if you wanted to model that, then the thing to do is to use the central support, bring that in and just position it underneath, so as to make it look more realistic. Otherwise it would be in ridiculous length. But of course, as I say, I have made center pieces as well, so let's go back to our walkway. That's what I'm calling the walkway spine up there, like footbridge walkway. And let's move this out the way, and what shall I do? Let's put in another right steps over here and just take that one away, so left hanging. And let's bring in the center piece and stretch our walkway to connect there. Oops, and I need to move this one, so you need to look down on this to make sure it's straight. There we are. You need to adjust these a bit just to make sure you're not going too crooked. And now what I could do, of course, is I could just bring this other bit of the walkway spline over, connect it in, bring it over there, and I could connect it to those steps there. But if I wanted to make a really long footbridge, let's just move those steps over a bit further. Let's bring this over. This is a variant, which I thought would be quite nice to have. And let's just connect that in, and also add another bit in, and then move that back over a bit so it's not too long. And again, you just need to look down and make sure you've got, you can see you're making a fair old length of footbridge here. Now I must admit, if I was wanting to cross that footbridge, I would not like to have to walk down steps and walk up again. But there certainly were examples on the GWR, so I've included that, and all I've done there is just connected it up to those right hand steps, and now we're bringing a support under there, perhaps even a couple by the looks of it. Let's bring another support in because it looks a bit odd, but there we are. That gives you quite a lot of flexibility. Now I know that I've certainly downloaded them myself, a footbridge made up of different components, not buildable rather, where you just position them, and I could never get them right, so I was always a bit frustrated by that. Just while we're here, I might as well show you the 4-track. Let's just rotate that round. And the height, by the way, they're all set for the height of the platforms, about 5 foot up. So that's the 4-track quadruple track as at Kingham, and a standard 2-track one, and then this one, which you can make as long or as short as you like. Yes, so I never really liked or was never very successful at positioning things, so that's why I've made this buildable, where they actually snap together. But I think it gives a fairly decent effect. And so these will be released over the next couple of weeks. So from mid-September 2019, some Great Western Railway footbridges available only from my website, and the address is on this video at the beginning. And so I hope those will be of use to you in your model railway layouts on trains. And if you have any queries or comments, please do post them. If you like this video and you like the models that I'm making, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because that encourages me to show you more of what I'm doing, and also to make even more models for trains, which I very much enjoy doing.